Okay, I'm going to try to make this quick because it's just the nature of it. Someone asked me in the comments on my X10, and I've been so busy I haven't got to this, which shame on me. How do I have this set up? Well, I'm just going to go through it briefly. Not going to run anything, not going to load anything, just going to give you the rundown. All these dies except two are the Lyman Pro stainless dies. So that's what you're looking at. Lyman Pro stainless steel dies. Okay, so here we go. We have Lyman Pro sizing die, Lyman Pro body die with the Mark 7 trimmer right on board. Then on this side, hold down die, Lyman hold down die, because we obviously are swaging down here. Now over here, this is one of the two exceptions. This is an FW Arms 223 Remington expander, case mount expander die. Now why do I have this above priming? Very simple. It's not actually expanding right now the way it's set up, but it is holding the brass straight over the priming stage. And I noticed that I get a lot more reliability versus when I didn't. And so this stays here. Right behind it on this side, let's see if coming through here we can show you on this side here, we have another Lyman Pro case mouth expanding, what do they, I think they call it the M die. Then I have a Hornady lock and load powder measure. And I have that because with the Frankford Arsenal, I could not get consistent, repeatable powder dropping. I'll pull a number off my head if I was wanting to throw 23 grains. With this one, it'll throw 23, then maybe 23.2, or it'll go 22.98. I mean, it's very consistent. But with the Frankford Arsenal, I would have it set up to throw 22, and I get 23, I get 21, sometimes I get 20 and a half. I mean, it was all over. Frankford Arsenal sent me a new one, and I set it up on my single stage. Get this off of here. I set that powder measure up here, and I tried a bunch of them. I had I have my powder scale. I had it set here, and I threw probably 20, 30, 40, and it was never consistent within a half. Never. So I ripped it off. I put up this Hornady one, which is extremely consistent. Now beside it, with the brass weights, we have the Mr. Bullet Feeder Gen 1 bullet feeder with some Gen 2 upgrades. But that's your bullet feeder. Now, let me get this chair out of the way, coming around here next. Next we have the Lyman Pro micrometer seating die, followed by the crimping die. And that's the setup. That's the setup of the press. Now, why Lyman Pro versus, you know, I know that there's a whole lot out there about Mighty Armory and blah, blah, blah. And yes, this does have the flicker for the, it's so tight. But this pin here on the Lyman, it does flick or push. It's spring loaded to pop out the primer. And I find that's way more reliable because when I first bought this and set it up, I had all Redding dies. I really do like Redding. But I was getting fucking, I just couldn't get them set up on here to run right. It was fucking a nightmare. Problem after fucking problem after problem. Plus, even though I Cerakoted them, I mean, these Lyman dies, you can see they rust, even with Cerakote. They rust. So, the Lyman being stainless steel, you never get rust, you never get tarnish. They just stay shiny, which is great. I would like to see them though, like blacken the stainless. I would love to have black stainless dies, but that's not making or breaking the bank. So that's the setup of the 223 x10 I have. Now, set up like this, here's my problems. Once in a while, I still get a primer that doesn't seat. I don't know why that is, but it happens. So, that sucks. And that's pretty much my only problem. I do, once in a while, get problems with the bullet feeder. With bullets getting stuck in here. But understand this, I buy most of my bullets as factory seconds or pull downs or things like that. I buy most of my bullets that way, it's cheaper. And so a lot of these bullets might have a tiny little burr or a tiny little deformity. And most of it's plinking ammo. But those deformities or those little odds and ends are generally what causes this, because if I buy brand new bullets, and I loaded like 1,000 federal bonded bear claws on here, and they were pulled, but they were extremely careful when they pulled them, and I could have run this press automated and everything would have worked. But those are the only two problems I have. Once in a while, bullet gets sort of cocked this way or that way. And once in a while, you'll get a primer that just does not seat or is maybe cocked and sort of gets crunched up. But outside of that, this thing is awesome. But anyway, I hope that answered your question on how I have this set up. And I don't really, in the future, I don't really see a whole lot of change going on here. So there it is. That's the setup. And if you have any questions, drop them in the bottom and we'll go from there.